welcome to the Redefining podcast.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Real quick, I wanted to get this episode out. It is Sunday as of the release of this episode. If you're listening to the podcast version, what you'll notice is that there's a lot of background noise. And for those of you watching the YouTube version, you'll see that I am traveling right now. I'm at an RV park that is actually much busier than I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of kids running around, especially this time of day. Families are coming back from whatever it was they were sightseeing during the day. The RV park is also close to the main road, so you'll hear traffic. You'll hear cars going by, the occasional motorcyclist, because motorcyclists love these mountain roads. But I wanted to go ahead and shoot this. Through the rest of the week, I'll try to shoot in more controlled environments, probably in my truck. But for now, I wanted to record this because I needed to get this out. Because tomorrow, which will be Monday, the early bird pricing for the Redefined Network Marketing event is going live. That's right. I'm going to talk more about that in just a second. I wanted to get this episode out because the whole conversation really rests on, well, let me start by saying this. It's really starting to gain hold, right? The movement, the Redefined Network Marketing movement is starting to gain traction because it makes sense, right? I did the Network Marketing in the Digital Age seminar twice in the last 2 weeks, and people have really, it's catching on for sure. It's catching on. Again, it makes sense to what is happening in the marketplace and how everything is shifting, everything is adapting. As network marketers, from the independent distributor standpoint, as well as industry-wide, we need to make those shifts ourselves, otherwise we're going to go extinct. And so the redefine that I want to talk about today is in our processes, right? Our processes have generally focused on recruiting because recruiting is what generates income, right? And so because of that, the activity and the systems are all based on creating results very quickly in terms of helping people recruit as fast as possible when they first get started. And that also stems from, right, the root of that is this expectations that we set when we're actually pitching and proposing our business opportunities to our prospects, right? That's our pitch. That's our unique selling proposition. Come join me in this company. Come join me in this business opportunity. Let's make money together. I'll help you do it as quickly as possible. And so, because of all these working pieces, it's what's developed in the ecosystem is a recruitment-based strategies, right? Recruitment-based systems. Now, of course, that's become less and less relevant and less and less effective given all the options that people have out here in the world to create extra income for themselves. And so the redefine that I want to talk about is shifting that process, shifting that system to focusing on education first, right? And the education, of course, that I'm proposing and that I am implementing is teaching people marketing, right? And making sure that the expectations that we set at the beginning is that, okay, it's going to take a while for you to actually start creating income. So go through this education process first and start implementing and start getting your marketing off the ground, and eventually you'll be able to start generating income through customer acquisition, through customer sales. Now you might be thinking, well, people aren't going to want to do that, right? Like people aren't going to want to spend 6 months and 12 months, in education. We've already been in education. Well, I would wager to say that number one, of course, again, it's all about the expectations that you set. Like if you set the expectations at the beginning, I don't think people will have a problem with it because number two, we're used to that process in the first place, right? We go through the entire education system at the first 20 plus years of our lives to prepare us for being, out in the real world. Why wouldn't we, as adults, already be used to that, right? Right, and so what you're doing is you're setting the expectation of the need to go through this education process so that you can then have the skills to build this income for yourselves, right? To build this living for yourself, and that's what people do all day long, right? You see people even at 30 years old, 40 years old, going back to school, getting another degree, going to a trade school so that they learn skills and make a shift in their careers, right? In their jobs. People go back to school all the time. There's no reason why people wouldn't be willing to go and get more education in order to create, in order to develop a skill set for themselves where they can actually start working for themselves, right? And with teaching marketing, especially online marketing, I mean, those are skill sets that you can really just translate into, well, profitability in any niche, whether it's network marketing or not, right? And so this is an amazing shift that I very much believe will, number one, create true independence for the independent distributors, and number two, it'll help bring more legitimacy to our profession, right? Because our profession, again, is it really a profession when our focus is just recruiting and you know, turning that profit through building fast downlines, right? Like what is the career? Now, of course, you know, historically I've defended it as, okay, I do so much more. I'm a coach, you know, I'm an educator. I help people develop the skills, but the skills were really, again, focused on the very narrow and specific outcomes of recruiting and building a downline. With teaching marketing and online marketing, those are actually, you know, skills that you can deploy and use in the marketplace, in and outside of network marketing. So let's redefine it. Let's redefine our process. Let's redefine you know, our systems to focus on education, and then redefine the expectations that we set at the beginning, so people aren't thinking that they're gonna, you know, sail off into the sunset and drink Mai Tais on the beaches of the world after 6 months of being in the business, right? Not really healthy expectations all around. So that's a message for today. Again, tune in. Tomorrow, the early bird pricing will go live for the Redefine event, where I'm going to be talking about this topic and so many more topics. I'm actually going to teach you how to market online at that event. It's happening May 4, 5, and 6. It's a virtual event. It's 3-day. It's 3 hours a day. It's pretty intensive. So, you know, you're not going to want to miss this. This is going to be the game changer. So that link, that early bird pricing, is going live tomorrow. That's Monday. So I'll let you guys know on the show when that link is available, as well as the Network Marketing in the Digital Age seminar. That'll give you more context as to why the Redefine Network Marketing event in May is so important. All right, so that's it. Thank you for tuning in. More from me, obviously. Tomorrow I'll do better in recording in a more controlled environment. But if this one worked today, then I might continue to shoot episodes out here, because it's really nice. Maybe find a quieter corner of the RV park. We'll see what happens. But I appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow with a fresh new episode. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.